Sky Prophet, baby. Back with another video, man. Saturday morning. Hope you woke up better understanding than yesterday. Hope you woke up with a clear vision than yesterday. Hope you woke up with a bigger piece of your heart space that you're operating out of. Remember, keep your spirits up, because if you're not, your spirits down. Kind of know what that brings. Main thing, stay focused. Not only stay focused for you, but stay focused for the youth. It was way back when, but it's still in the story, you know, where your creator say you're gonna be able to talk to me through the spirit. Y'all gonna be able to talk to me through the spirit. See, the thing with us is we in this 3D, so whenever we hear a story, if you say I went fishing on a Thursday, we breaking down him, his pole, the fish, the water, like we breaking everything down. Like we can't simply just get that understanding of he just went and enjoy himself. He went do something that he liked to do. He went, make a means to provide, however you look at it. But we break it down so much, we be the forgot he fishing. Like that's how much we go into detail, and it's really for nothing. It's just for arguments amongst human vessels, man. The creator gonna talk to you through parables, which means you gonna understand it. It's between the lines. It ain't for everybody. Is a certain understanding. The thing you got to know about between the lines is what? It's between the lines. It's not outside of it. You still good. You still within the realms of that reality you need to be in if you catching the notes between the lines. It's not hard for you to believe in the creator. Shouldn't be hard for you to believe in these miracles, because to profit a miracle is us neglecting self, is us understanding the creator, how much he loves us, and still not doing our part, still not muscling up, coming with the stamina to get through the tough time. Like we give up. We give up like we not greater. We letting them know we not greater. Like I'm good. That's enough. Like all this, man. And he probably sitting there looking like, we got God within us. Think about what all created and did, man. And we be crying because we can't figure out a little solution. That's because we've been 6 times 6 is 36. And when you get to what's 66 times 73, now we need the paper. Like we ain't focused enough. Like we should have been preparing for all that. It's the same numbers. Think about it, the same numbers. You know. But all this brings us to maturity. It brings us to rebirth. Like we gotta get to that place of, my daughter had this little saying she always says what I thought about. I'm dead. Like when somebody say something that was like, I don't know, ignorant, like crazy, whatever, like I'm dead, like I'm out of there, man. Like, that's how I took it, but like that's what we actually have to do. Like be dead to that worldly, earthly aspect of it. It's and understand what Prophet saying. Prophet not saying don't go buy you no shoes, don't go buy you no clothes, don't spend money on yourself, don't do that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying this. You don't delve a percent more of a percentage of yourself within nothing more than you delve a percentage of yourself within the creator, within staying connected, within staying protected and guided, within understanding what's your next move, what thought to go with, learning how to think through it, learning how to read these energies, like, because there's the next level. Like don't let us get off the elevator and like you ain't even got no appointment on this floor. Like you have to make your mind up. Like don't say you riding the elevator if you're not riding the elevator, because the elevator going up. We ain't doing no basement. We keeping it back to the basics, but we're not going to the basement. We're going up, man. And it's simple, man. Just get out of that worldly. Stop praising these things. And I say praise it because like we'll get in the mood You know, like I get there and start laughing with somebody, like knowing I'm supposed to be doing something. My spirit be telling me like, hey, it's enough, man. Like you need to go do. But like I neglect it, I'm gonna do it later. You know how we put off. Like and it's simple, it's quick, and we in the moment. You know, it don't matter if we laugh, it don't matter what it is. You know, we gotta understand that when we put something over the Creator, the one that give you the air you breathe, the one that open them eyes every morning, make that possible. When we put anything over that, man, it doesn't matter what. We out of line. We not aligned with ourselves, not our higher self, because we have that divine spark within us. Think about if you didn't have that divine spark within you. We wouldn't be having this conversation. We wouldn't be then evolve. You know, like it would be different. So we supposed to respect that aspect of us. You know, that's that part of that temple, you know, taking care of that temple, like putting them first, you know. But like we was young, we man don't smoke, don't drink, ain't do man, don't tattoo, like all kind of stuff, man. It's not. It's take care of yourself. You know how to take care of yourself. You know how to not get out your lane. You know how to operate within compassion. You know how to not say, man, I don't care, man, and care, give some cares instead of some not cares. That's why a lot of people walk around not caring, because like that's what we be giving. We be giving that. We don't understand it as energies, man. We get it back. You know, back in the day when they like the rebirth, man, that's being born of reborn of the water, man. The water symbolizes the word, you know. In the beginning, I was the word, and the word was with me. So that means the word been there since the jump. When he moved the word with you, when you move the word with you, it's within you. You got that kingdom within you. You are a king, and you got that head on your shoulders, man. It's simple, man. You just gotta pay attention. But we was just taught to think less than of ourselves. You know, we was thinking that, shoot, when you die, when you go through a death, you out of here. We ain't seeing you tomorrow. You know, like, and that book symbolizes, that's the greatest story ever told, man. That book symbolizes you being dead to these earthly strongholds and having a rebirth through the water. Excuse me. People used to be sanctified. And we used to think like, well, I know I did. I was like, man, sanctified, there's some levels there, you know. And sanctified is just simply being separate from these earthly things, man. That prophet asked you something right now. You believe right now to the fullest. You believe. You weary in any kind of way. Like, do you fully believe in the Creator? Everything He's trying to show. Like, do you believe it or are you doubting yourself? Like, if you're not believing now, you don't have faith, because faith is always gonna be now. You got faith, I got it now. Like not tomorrow. Like we not leaving none yet, you know, in the past. Like now, your faith is always with you. Now, because it's always gonna be tested now. Whether it's other individuals' psychic or it's your psychic. You know, but we gotta understand these things, man, in order to keep taking steps. You know, because a lot of us, we've been going up wooden steps our whole life. You know, we get to concrete steps and it's like, what we supposed to do? And it's the same process, just a different view, different feel. You know, like came from a different place. That's it. But we just gotta understand things. We break stuff down so much to where the cement ones don't go. It got to be the wood when you got like we like really break. We lose the lesson, man. We done tore our sheet up, man. But why we can't just change ourselves like right now? It's some things that you probably heard prophets say. It registers with you. You know, if you change it, it'll be beneficial to you to help you evolve, elevate, grow. Why it's hard for us? Like I used to get it too all the time. Like why it's so hard? Like it's like we have to bring ourselves to a dramatic event. We have to have a dramatic event for us to change the way we think about bettering ourselves, man. Because if you think about it, it's all us bettering ourselves. That's how far we off within thought, within our thinking, man. You know, when I can lie to myself, lie to you, make up reasons for me not to be the the highest and most beneficial version of myself. Whenever I can be like that, hey man, look, class is out till we get a new curriculum because like it ain't right. That's not the right way to think. No kind of way. But we do. That's what we fixing. This is habits. This is patterns. You know, a pattern is more than a habit, I would say. Because a habit, yeah, it's kind of programmed somewhat, but you still have to think about it on each thought. You know what I mean? Like you, shit, man. You could be chewing gum, you be on the phone, like you just gonna whip it out and piss. Like that's part of you, like that. That's innate. But think about that, man. Like voiding the change within our lives, man. And like sometimes we go through extremes so we don't change. And the most fearful thing about change, in Prophet's opinion, which I I, I struggled with it, man, very for maybe a minute or two because I never been like that. It didn't matter to me what people thought. But a lot of people, that's the reason why you're not elevating because you caring what people think. You caring that they gonna look at you different. And Prophet here to let you know, supposed to look at you different. I want anybody that encounter me now to look at me different because I'm trying to bring different. I'm trying to show different. I'm trying to let individuals understand how to live within different mind frame, different lane, different way of being. We don't need no bottles of aspirins. We don't need no volumes. We don't need none of that, man. Like we really don't need none of that. Like ADA, we don't need none of that. Them kids come out, man. Them kids just got that energy already, man. They ready to go. Like we didn't live. We didn't kind of mature a little bit. We good. Like we not going run unless something wrong with somebody. Unless we have to make it there to help some keep somebody from passing over. And these kids, they ready to go. Like, and we can't keep up. So that's our excuse. Move too much, your nerves bad. Like it ain't that they nerves bad. It's our nerves is bad. Cause we can't handle a fully new soul, spirit on this earth. Like ready. Think about you when your mama said you can go. Better be back at 6. Think about when you ain't had to be back. Or you had to start calling. You call at 10. Then I'm spending. Then you ain't got to call. Think about that. That's where most people go wrong at. Because when we get to that point right there, is a point where we irresponsible, but we get to experience a responsible feeling. Not only a responsible feeling, it gives us a dumb feeling to where we can experience whatever we want because we've been living so long. And a lot of us, we stay there our whole life. Addictions. A lot of us, we experience, take us the wrong right, kill us. A lot of us, we experience, we benefit off of it. We understand off of it. We help others off of it. But we just have to understand the severity of it, man. Like the seriousness of it. Like the seriousness of you opening your eyes this morning, listening to this, not cutting it off and just saying, all right, sound all right. You know, me and Spirit be talking like Spirit be like, man, you're gonna be able to be you're gonna start understanding when people awakening. Like when people truly awakening and they really healing their shadow side. Cause they really gonna start liking your stuff. They gonna start commenting on it. Right now they just watching. It's registering with them. It's good information, but like they not ready to step out of that zone, and that's cool. Listen to Prophet. Stay there as long as you need it, and when you do comment or send a like, you can send it anonymous. Like I'm not big on that. I mean, I want to hear people say you helped me. Definitely that. But at the end of the day, if I help you and you tell me that I helped you and I say thank you, at the end of all that, where that leave us at? That leave us parting ways and you still having to live within your moment and Prophet still having to live within his. That's why you shouldn't cry when people don't say, hey man, good job. You shouldn't cry. Like whether you hear it or not is a good job. You can hear spirit without him talking loud, without spirit talking loud to you. So what's the difference? We have to learn that. We be wanting approval. You can't want approval from somebody else that has not approved, don't have approval within themselves, you know. People will be 2 steps ahead of you. I'm just going in stage. First time. They've been in stage like 30 times. I just never went in there. Now I'm on a stage tour, you know, from seem like the people that invented stage and know all about it, but nowhere near that. You know, that's how we put ourselves, and that's cool if we actually showing people and walking them through. But a lot of times we jump into that, and it turns the other person off. It's like you ain't trying to show me nothing. You trying to brag. You trying to tell me what you point out everything you done bought out the store. You're not even showing me. You know, like that's where we be. I did this. I did that. I did this. Think about this. Instead of me saying, hey, man, I did this. How about this? Hey, man, I was thinking, man, what you think about this? If you try this, you don't think this will work? Same thing. Same thing, just a different script to it. Different script to it. Different script to it. It changes the balance of the giving and receiving. It lets that person let person acknowledge that they taking in that information if it's registering, and they not taking per se criticism from people, you know, because that's the biggest thing with us telling each other. We supposed to can tell each other whatever, regardless if we do or not. It's still never gonna matter because it's gonna still go on. The clock gonna tick. You ain't bringing back the seconds, none of that. And we have to learn that some things you meant to do, some things you meant to say. Some people need to hear things sometimes. You know, like I can remember this one specific night. I'm not going deep, but like I said a couple things out of my mouth that, you know, it's crazy when you go sit down and be like, wow, like I'd have died if I'd have told myself, you know, like that type of thing where you catch yourself. But like when you catch yourself, where you go from there? You can only make it better if you're not willing to do that. If you don't even have that within your thinking, then where we at? If you're not willing to make it that, and you willing to go in it, it's worse. No matter how you bounce the ball, like it's still coming out bad. Like you're losing the dribble, man. It's cool with facing things, man. If you prove Prophet wrong, I shouldn't get mad. I should take it like this. Shit, I'm walking with a soldier. I'm walking with somebody that's intelligent as well as I am. You know, like why we do it so different. He think he all of that. You know, like wow, man. You would tell somebody something that they don't know, and you think you all of that. You know, like in a sense you are if you teaching them all of that. You know, the thing is with this, ain't nobody had no problem. Everybody look, call your name here. You going to the board. You don't want to go to the board. Got your new clothes on. Got chalk all on your hand. But like, you going. You grabbing that eraser. That's what the teacher say. Your turn. You going. You ain't crying about what she teaching you. You know, like, but each and every day that'll happen. The minute she say, hey, Ricky Bob or whoever, come, you go to the board and explain for me, please. Our whole mindset switch. He ain't the teacher, what the heck? You know what I mean? It could be the exact same thing the teacher's about to put on the board. The exact same thing. Just like you breathing the exact same air I'm breathing. But I have a problem with you. It's something about you that I don't like. It's something about you that don't belong here. It's something about you that's like unclean. It's something about you that just don't go within society. It's something about you that is just disrespectful to living. You know, like man, that's silly Willie, man. Like that's silly Willie, man. You know, let him who have eyes see clearly, man. Let him who have eyes see clearly. Start to avoid anything that don't register with your higher self. It's gonna be hard at first, but you know the feelings. Like, you know the feelings. Put it like this. Say if you're sitting on a bench and you playing your music, like you cussing in your song, and just per se three nuns just come and happen to sit down by the bench. You cutting the music off. Like you might not cut the music off, you switching it, you're not singing it loud, you're not doing it. It's just an inner knowing that you have within yourself. That's love, that's compassion, that's understanding, that knows how to compromise, that sees things from a higher view. That's without even nothing. It's not that you scared of the nuns or none of that. You just have an inner knowing. You wise within yourself. You just haven't came to that understanding of it. But we do it a lot. Like we do it a lot. You know, you're on your phone, you going somewhere, you somebody holler, like you cut the phone off. You know what I mean? You put it up like that's inner knowing, man. How many people don't do that? You talk to them, you looking at them, they looking at their phone. Like you talking to them, they answering somebody else on the phone. You know, like how many like people out the loop, man. People out the loop. And it's cool to be out the loop, but get out the loop just to get an overview of the loop. Cause you got to get back in. If everything gonna come to full circle, that's a full circle. So you show me any piece of the circle that could get out of the circle. It makes it go like that. If you don't believe now, you don't have faith now. And it's important that you have faith now. If you don't have faith now, right now, as soon as you hang this up, man, Spirit help me lift my faith now. Like affirmations, start saying it. I told you, prophet told you, make you a little list. You know, I am that I am. I am great. I'm intelligent. I learn each and every day. Every breath I take get me closer to my destiny. You know, like I'm living in my high private. I operate out of, you know, like to each his own, man. You know, you want me to tell it to you, like you want, you know, like I be tripping. I be acting silly. I know, but I act like I don't know. Like that's the affirmations prophet could give, cause like that's the affirmations prophet used to have to say. Cause like we really do know. Like we know. Nobody have to tell you when you cut this off not to jump in the car with the people that's gonna kill 50 people. Nobody have to tell you to get in the car with the people that's just going to steal at Walmart. Nobody. But somebody always have to say, you think that's right? Why you think that's right? Always. And we should always hear that until we really in tune with ourselves, aligned with ourselves. Prophet, I'm almost there to where nobody can tell me nothing. Look, Spirit say don't go piss right now. Hold it. We won't see how long we're gonna hold it, man. We're gonna have to hold it one day. We practicing. Like I don't care what the thought, like something like that. Shit, it ain't killing me. Like I'm rolling with that. You know, like I'm rolling with that, man. You know, like I be about to press the button sometime and like I know I'm feeling I'm in the zone. Like I don't wanna miss it. Spirit, don't hit the button. It's just a running, we just running. I be so disappointed, like, cause like, you know, some things don't come right back to you, you know. But that's the lesson for me. You don't have to cherish that moment like that. You can cherish it, but understand this. Anytime you want it is there. Anytime you want it is there. As long as you acknowledge and understand that. You know, but we got to open ourselves up. A lot of us, we don't even say, I open myself up for you to come and help me, Spirit. You know, we can ask for help. You can ask for help. You know, like you could pull up to the drive-thru and ask for a burger. But like if you ain't pulling up to the window, you ain't getting a burger. Like you have to think like that. You know, you ask for help, but you have to always commit. You have to always give your approval, your consent for spirit to help. That's the whole part of this free will. They can't just jump in. Think about it, they could just jump in. Man, look, we be getting slapped, wind be knocking our head off each and every day. If we could get slapped, don't do that. You know better than that. Man, a lot of time, man. But instead, they watch us make a horrible mistake and they look with a smile because they can see past their little mistake. They can see us learning. They can see us evolving within other situations like that. They can see us growing. Like they see our higher self. They looking at the veil, but like while they looking at you, they with your higher self. You know, that's a little joke they probably having up there. Man, I ain't think it was gonna be hard like this, man. My high self locked in there, man. Boy, I can't wake up, man. Hear God every day, man. Still don't wake. Like it's real jokes, man. It's real jokes because whenever you tap into your higher self, it be real jokes when you look at things and like, whoa, that's that simple, man. I was doing like the same thing, man. You always gotta have faith, man. Have faith in yourself, man. Understand that anytime you read these stories from history, especially the Bible, each and every story in the Bible, it's parables. You not going find a record of this, find a record of that. You not going see where a certain town, certain village had the seas on hold because Moses had parted it and the lifeguard. Like you're not hearing none of that. It's parables. You have to read between the lines, you know. So if I say, hey man, look, every time you around such and such, better watch your pockets. Every time you around such and such, better make sure your eyes quicker than a hand. You know, like that ain't necessarily saying something, but it's telling you something. It's telling you to watch that person. That person goes still. Like it's telling you that, but it's not directly saying it. But it's gonna be in a way for you to understand it. You know, if you're a basketball player, I might say, "Hey, look, bro, when you cross half court, you know it gets serious, man. Like turn your back, man. Like defend yourself. Like however it goes, man. That's the thing. You can't wonder about me. You're gonna get lost to you because I gotta figure it's only me that know. Right now, if spirit say cut the button off, like hit the button. Don't say bye. Don't say part. Don't say nothing. Just hit it right now. Like I'm gonna hit it right now because I don't feel like I'm missing it. I don't feel like if I cut it off, it's detrimental. I feel like if I cut it off, I'm being obedient because they're not gonna never make me neglect giving these messages, make me neglect helping others. But they not coming like that. And whenever we in that zone, we operating under the wrong conditions, man. Under the wrong conditions. You know, like you hearing thoughts from somewhere else. You hearing some payback thoughts. You hearing some karma thoughts. You hearing some other thoughts. You know, and you got to understand that it's not that people coming at you to do bad, but same way as we all at one point in time without even admitting it. None of y'all admit it. Prophet no though. You lying, you lie, you all lie. Always try to live through our kids. It ain't gotta be our mistake. It ain't gotta be none of that. Our wrongs. It's just simply the way we think it would be. We think like we all have did that in some aspect. You know, like we'll go shopping. Like I asked them kids like 19 times for them. Are you sure you like them shoes? You don't like this? You sure you like them? You know, trying to get them to agree with my style, with my opinion of it. You know, like my judgments of it. Really. You know, that's why I like those things. We got to keep it to ourselves. For one, we have to allow people to grow. We have to allow people to. If you don't feel like yourself, then you're not a being. You're not within. It don't matter if you tapped in. You don't feel like yourself like that. It's important that a person feels have their individuality within themselves. It's real important. You don't have to have everything fixed up, but you have to have that. You gotta fix my charge though. If I want to, I can. If not, oh well. You know, you have to have that. Without that, we lose that sense of consciousness, man. We be unaligned. We really get unaligned. Prophet just wanted to bring a few words, man. I don't know if I'm gonna bring another video today or what. Probably so, but protect your energy, protect yourself to and from. Understand that, man. I got some names that I'm gonna come up with. You know, like anytime you hear of a mountain, that symbolizes you getting to the top, man. Anytime they talking about these pharaohs, man, like that's that old bad energy. You know, that's that energy that want to control. You know what I'm saying? Like that's that old survival mode, man. My way or no way. You know, these staffs, it's that Kundalini energy. Every time, man. I want you to go back to his numbers. I'll bring it on this next video. You know, I was reading it, and that's when it was telling Moses to bring me one of them staffs. First, he had brought the 12, and he said, go get that one staff. Whoever look at that staff will not die. Whoever look at it will not die. Lest they live, you know. So what that mean? All before they was. What that mean though? That was a different aspect though. They was dying that earthly death. It wasn't no physical deaths, you know. So you're looking at that golden snake. Golden symbolizes rich in spirit. You know, like rich in spirit. That's why the streets paved in gold. You know, like that's why it's all of these symbolisms, man, because it's all significant of something, you know. But golden is when you're rich in spirit, you know, like prophet, man. Prophet shit. Prophet at the bottom on a totem pole, you know, like as far as money wise, middle class, however y'all put that. You know what I'm saying? Like prophet always struggled. But in spirit, like in spirit, shit, like I'm some Oprah Winfrey shit, like in spirit. You know what I mean? Like some Mark Cuban, like in spirit. But I get it now. I never grabbed that aspect. But I go back, I listen to them sound like how in tune I still like I don't want to stop. You know, and that could be with these messages. I didn't even in this 30 minutes, and I didn't even intend it to be that long. You know, so just understand what Prophet be saying, man. If you liking the information, man, look, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. Share it to your people, man. Share it to the people that you care about, that you love, man, that you want to have understanding. It's up to you. It's up to you how you process this thought. But this thought is telling you to help somebody, you know, in a real way. Protect your energy, protect yourself to and from. Watch your surroundings, watch what you take in your ears, watch what you give out your mouth, man. You could plug them ears, man. Watch what you give out your mouth, man. That's real, real important, man. Because you would tell somebody something, you get to believe in it, man. You will get to believe in it, man. We all have did that, man. We all have did that, man. Give somebody some words of encouragement, man, if you can, man. Prophet got words of encouragement, man. Words of encouragement, bro. Don't never let nobody throw you off with these certain perceptions and things, man. Listen to Prophet good. Go with the flow of the energy of the universe, of Gaia, because we've been untrained. Don't be talking about, man, look, taking me out of my flow, because our flow is no breaks. It's straight flow. We wasn't right. Until we align ourselves, then we can do that. But until then, stay tuned in with the universe, with the flow of Gaia. Till next time, man. Look, everybody, man. Sky Prophet, baby. Peace out.